Professor Daniel Kahneman is a scientific superstar. He won a Nobel Prize for challenging the basis of modern economics. And he's not even an economist. He's a psychologist who wants to know how to make people happy.
It's a fundamental fact in the happiness research. Standard of living has increased dramatically, and happiness has increased not at all, and in some cases has diminished slightly. I mean, there's a lot of evidence that being richer isn't making us happier, at least in the Western world. So we clearly need something else.
It's a huge claim. Put simply, the science shows that once average incomes are more than £10,000 a year, extra riches don't make a country any happier. And the British scene fits the picture.
So if we look at what's happened over the last, say, 50 years, 1950 to today, we've got massively richer. But during the same period of time, our happiness levels have hardly changed at all.
Our wealth, our possessions, are like mood music in a shopping mall. Pretty quickly, we filter them out. But boy, do we love to shop. Struggling with our bulging bags, we get the same pleasure cavemen felt. Echoes of returning from the hunt. Consumerism promises us happiness. But the science shows there are two reasons why it can never work. We've seen one, we adapt to our material possessions. And the other?
Scientists call it the problem of comparison. Imagine you've just got yourself a brand new Mini. You're the only one in the street that's got one and you feel great. And then your neighbours drive up in two top-of-the-range BMWs. And suddenly, your Mini just doesn't do it for you anymore. And that's the problem of comparison.
In our Happy Lab, we have recreated psychological experiments from the science of happiness. Today, we're examining comparison. We took 3 volunteers and asked them to do a simple task. What we didn't tell them was that they would be rewarded differently.
There you go. That's the first one.
Thank you.
Would you mind opening it?
A £5.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you.
£10. And the third, we paid nothing.
How did you feel when you opened your envelope?
Whenever you see cash, it makes you feel all right?
You feel all right?
Yeah.
So you felt quite happy?
Yes.
Okay. So how did you feel when you saw the second participant opening her envelope?
Well, I gathered she got twice as much as me, so that annoyed me.
That
and I
annoys
thought,
you.
she's going to get the £50 note. I thought I sat the wrong end.
Okay.
And researchers reckon we've got more consumerist. In 1965, about 8 out of 10 college students in the US said it was essential to strive for meaning in your life. In 2000, about the same proportion said it was essential to strive for money. Consumerism promises to make people happy, but it cuts both ways. It makes the haves feel good, for a time, while the have-nots are made to feel bad. And the more materialist people are, the less happy they're likely to be, especially the young.
One of the most concerning findings of our research with children was that the children that are more brand aware, are more consumerist in that sense, came across as less satisfied in other parts of their lives.
They were unhappier.
They were unhappier in that sense.